Guys, welcome back to the Physique Factory podcast. And today we're going to talk about current trends in the fitness industry. So, where do we want to start with this?
Hyrox, or whatever it's fucking called. What is it called? Is it called Hyrox?
Pronounced hyrox without the D, but yeah, who fucking cares?
I'm only saying that because you posted it on your story the other day, and it's something I see a lot of. But I'm going to be honest with you, mate. I have no idea what it is.
I got some shit for that. Well, the other day because everyone was like, "Oh, yeah, it's here to stay." Yeah. I was like, "It's just a fucking phase." The thing is, it's just basically it's CrossFit for fannies. Not that CrossFit isn't for fannies, but
what is it called? Hyrox. I'm typing in Hyrox again. I'm trying to find it. Hyrox.
hyrox, yeah,
The fitness competition for everybody.
Well, to be fair, they made it sort. It's not for everybody though. But what if you got no legs? You can't fucking do it, silly cunts. That's for everyone, can they? But
let's see. The World Series of Fitness Racing. Hyrox, not Hydrox. The sport of fitness racing that you always have been training for, with over 40 plus global races in 2023, seeing 90. So it's a race.
Yeah, they do like burpees and shit. So they've got to get to fucking A to B by doing burpee jump things.
Hyrox combines both running and functional workout stations. Functional, that's a word we love here. Where participants run 1 kilometer followed by one functional workout station repeated 8 times. So before we read any further into that, James, what is a functional exercise? What makes an exercise functional?
Fucking hate the fitness industry because functional could mean many fucking things these days. It's a fucking pain in the ass. If you see someone hanging off say they've got like a fucking daisy chain, they're hanging by the neck off it, doing an upside down fucking lateral raise or some mad sort of shit where it incorporates stability and the challenging the balance and the stabilizers and all that sort of shit. So that is basically functional.
Stabilizer muscles. I like that saying.
It's balancing on a Bosu ball, fucking wanking yourself off at the same time. That's what fucking functional is. That is it.
Right. Functional movements use large groups of muscles working together across your body. These exercises often look similar to movements you'd make in your daily life. Picking up a heavy object, swinging a baseball bat, or carrying groceries are real-world situations that functional training can help you improve.
Oh, it's function. Right. So should we just get our definition of function across? Because our definition is exactly the same.
Go for it.
Yeah, function is basically how well something is at performing said movement or whatever it is. So basically, how well does your knee function to extend? How well is the function in like flexion? It depends, and you can improve the function by doing a leg extension or something like that, or say what's your ability to do a squat. So how well do you function in a squat, and then what can we do? Look at the pieces of the puzzle to a squat: quads, glutes, erectors, things like that, and then we can improve the function of those, and it's going to carry over into a squat, things like that. So it's all about integration, but integration is focusing on the little pieces of the puzzle what make it the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get if there is a missing piece within that, you don't get better at it by continuously failing to try to do that thing, do you? You get better at it by, I suppose, like what you said, working on that piece and then integrating it in. But let me just share my screen here, because you have to allow it. James is the boss. When it comes to Zoom, he's the boss.
There we go.
Even though actually we're both paying for what you call it, Zoom Pro or whatever it's called. But here's what comes up anyway. When you type in functional, I like this one. TRX training. Look at that. Like, what the fuck even is TRX training?
What's this guy doing? What's the guy doing with his hands in the air? What the fuck's that? Oh, he's doing a box jump on a marshmallow, it looks like. How soft is that fucking box?
That's functional, though, because, sometimes when you see a large marshmallow and you want to jump on it, now, you've got the functions for that. That's fine. You can do it.
I get it. It's like a box and a Bosu ball in one.
TRX. Sounds expensive. Like expensive bullshit. What's this? Type of functional training: core stabilization, straight leg raises, side planks, oblique crunches. That at least maybe kind of makes some sort of sense.
Metabolic training. What the fuck does that mean?
Squats and snatches. But the straight leg raises as well, probably.
Oh, look at that. Plyometric training, squat thrusts, no box drills. So a box jump isn't a plyometric. So a plyometric has to occur in 0.250 milliseconds.
I'm glad you went to uni, James. I'm glad
Yeah.
someone's got that
So
information.
I think for you to like efficiently train your stretch, short, and cycle, that's what it's got to be a plyometric. So
So here's some more functional stuff. A push. Look at what this guy's doing for a push.
look like a guy's doing for a plank. What the fuck's that? That's not a fucking plank. What the fuck's that?
Look at the lunge. You know,
Mad.
it might just be me, but the minute I hear the word functional, I just think bullshit.
Yeah, it's
It,
absolutely. Unless someone's putting it into context and it is within our definition of function, because function is how well you function at doing something. Like, what's the function of whatnot? Say, functional is just some fucking. I don't know. It could be anything these days. In the
just some
fitness.
made up fucking fad for the fitness industry, isn't it? Like they call it a functional gym. All it means is actually I don't want to buy that much equipment, so I'm just going to buy a few rigs because it's cheaper.
Yeah, people go, "Oh, a leg extension is not functional." Yes, it's functional because it helps you extend your knee. Um, so you're improving the function of leg extension.
Yeah.
So
Try targeting your quad in the shortened range like that as well without a leg extension. Pretty fucking hard to do, isn't it?
I can't really think of anything unless
Nothing
you can,
decent anyway. There's no real decent alternative that I've personally used.
yeah, there's not really unless you get a cable and get in some weird position on the bench or
You can do a nice one on the cable that targets a more lengthened range, but yeah.
yeah, that's it.
But
I was thinking that when I said it.
what was I going to say? I was talking to actually Sophie about this the other day. There are like see the fitness industry itself is very under-regulated in the sense that like you don't really have to understand how the body works and how like muscles and like the things you don't have to understand the things you're working with every day to actually do it, which is fucking mental, really. Just again, I'm not gonna come on here and like call people out because I don't do that. But
I'll do
like
that.
I see certain things that certain people post about and talk about, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You actually just you don't
But,
understand a thing about this. And it's like, but you're the professional. And I'm like, how? How are you the professional?
so did you see the thing that I posted on my story the other day? I got loads of PTs reacting to it, and there was luckily it was all positive because I knew PTs who wouldn't react to it, and I know they were shit. The ones who didn't say anything because I knew they were shit. I was tagging them with the post, so obviously I didn't tag them in it. But
What
the
did you
one
put up? I mustn't have seen it.
saying if recording your client in the
All
gym
right,
when
yeah,
you're
yeah.
training them, like literally stood there with your fucking phone recording them, training them, if you're doing that, it's in the same category as standing there texting while your client's training. While you're training your client, well, it's not actually training your client, you've just stood there on your fucking phone, is it? So it's in the same category as that. And I say it is because if any of my clients saw me doing that, or if I said I'm just going to film you for a second, tell me to fuck off because to be
Yeah.
fair, I like to have clients, which is good. Um, but yeah,
Not
it's
something
just
I've ever done either. Like, I would feel very uncomfortable doing that. Like,
how can how can you coach someone properly if you're there saying, "Oh yeah, one more rep," fucking all that sort of shit? But it's just so bad, and you see all these coaches or PTs, you can't even call them that. They're fucking shit at the job. So you see them do that, and the forms everywhere. They're doing some sort of lunge or single leg fucking squat, and they're absolutely everywhere. They're going to keel over, and there's no form.
it's functional though. It's very functional.
There's no control. They're not fucking owning at anything. It's shocking, and they're just fucking saying one more rep to them. I was like, wow, that is so unethical, terrible. So if you are a PT and you are listening to this or you're watching this, sort your fucking self out. Stop
It,
videoing your clients. You're a cunt.
it's what is like. It's hard to say though, like because there's no real like if you do a PT course, you don't really get taught that well, do you? Like so, it's hard because there's a problem from the ground up, if you know what I mean. Like it's not really their fault that they haven't been educated right to some degree. Obviously, there is some because we've obviously went and done stuff to further our education beyond the PT courses, and so have many other coaches. There are a lot of great coaches out there. Let's put that out there. Like we
Oh,
know a lot of
to
great
be
coaches.
fair, we're in the circle with them all anyway, aren't we? Most of the coaches in our industry in like the UK and that, we're surrounded by each other, so we know each other, don't we? So
Yeah,
that's most of them
the
everywhere.
secret circle. We've got a secret handshake and everything. You'll know when you see two great coaches. We kind of come up like
Yeah.
that. Two great coaches with a great handshake. But yeah, like I mean, for me, I've talked about it before. Like I done the PT course and everything, and then I'd had my own experiences in the gym, and then I tried to then just train people like I trained myself, and I very quickly realized that was a terrible idea. There's a few red flags for me that I was like, this probably isn't right. One of them being a woman falling over in the gym after me putting her through a full leg day. She'd probably hardly been in the gym in her life, and I was like, fucking leg day, here we go. And I put her on some like finishers, doing like step ups onto a bench, and she fell over. And I was like, right, probably stop this before I get sued. So then it was the M10 mentorship, and like that was just fucking, that was the kickstart for me that I needed. But something like that, some sort of mentorship program would be ideal for every PT coming into the industry, like an apprenticeship almost. That would be the way to do it.
Have to do an apprenticeship to be a PT. That would be the main thing. But literally touching on what you just said there was a fucking phase that swept the industry.
The nation.
Yeah, the nation even. So when the JP stuff all started coming about, and it was all about fucking lion cable laterals, everyone started doing those. I was like, oh shit, this is a fucking cool exercise on the cables, because fucking JP was doing them, and every cunt had to do them. And then I go into the gym, and all the PTs are doing them with every single client, every fucking single session. You've got fucking 87-year-old Joan there doing a lion fucking lateral. No idea why she's doing it.
It's just screaming for two more, like JP as well.
ridiculous. So yeah, all the fucking PTs got into that, and it's just following trends, and then not actually listening or looking at your client.
What do you call the lying lateral raises and like cable lateral raises in general? I just won't even program them for some clients because I'm like, I know they're not going to do that.
The skill, and yeah, it's just was like they will not do that. They will not set up the right way. Just get on a fucking sledgerized machine or do a dumbbell
Get some
lateral.
dumbbells, yeah. Just keep it simple. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what people don't understand. They think, oh, the more technical, the better. It's not. They're going to fucking scare the client off.
Yeah. But there's sometimes it's necessary, and I think it's like using this stuff when it's necessary and not using it when it's not necessary, which seems fucking straightforward. But like I had a one client this morning who has arthritis in her hands. She has like really bad like lower back pain. She had a ACL tear on one leg, 95% tear, no surgery on it or anything. So there's a few considerations. So fair to say, I'm having to adjust exercises. Like to a pull down, for example, she can't do a normal pull down because her grip gives up before her lats even start to get fatigued. So I had to use like that foot strap you get for like doing the foot stuff in the cables. I had to put that around her elbow and create some sort of pull down exercise with that. It was great, to be honest. It worked, but like that's when you want to get more fancy and technical when you need to in these particular situations.
Yeah, that's it. Say if someone's got like a really sore shoulder and they want to train the delts, then you'd use something like, well, you'd have to sort of use it in person if they're not that skilled or they're not that experienced in the gym. Then you'd use like a cable lateral with a cuff and then put the resistance a bit closer to the shoulder joint, so you're reducing joint forces and getting all fucking nerdy and technical like that. So that's what we love to do. But that's when people don't understand the fucking ins and outs of it and why I would use something like that. And you just see someone do it on social media thinking, fuck yeah, I'm going to give that to all my clients. I don't have a clue why, but it's got to train your shoulders.
You don't want to make them feel silly either. That's the thing. Like if they can't do it right, you want to make them feel like they're getting these little wins in every session. Like I've done that session and I can do that easily. That's no problem. You know what I mean? Like if you set them up in a program that's like hard to set up, they don't get the exercises, they're not doing it right, they can feel that they're not doing it right, then they're not going to last long. They're going to be, fuck this, I hate going to the gym. I feel like an idiot every time. Imagine like I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example where I've failed badly at something like when I was playing fucking beach volleyball on holiday. I'm too short for that game, right? So every day when I played it, I did have fun to be fair, but like if you had to do that like for the next 20 weeks, you'd be getting pretty pissed off, like, and you weren't getting any better at it, if you know what I mean. But that's maybe a poor example, but yeah, it's one that comes to mind. It's like bowling, right? Bowling. If you're doing bowling and you keep fucking hitting it in the gutters, you maybe want to revert back to the wee fucking thing you push it down, the wee helper sort of thing,
How can
until you get better at it.
that? It's such a fucking straight thing, isn't it? You can't mess with it.
But that's what I mean. It's the guidance, it's the support. It's the wow, this is easy. I can do this. Rather than hitting the gutter every time and being like, fuck this, I can't do this. This is shit. I'm never going bowling again. I hate these fucking stupid shoes.
Ex surprisingly really good at bowling. To be fair, I don't. It's literally down the middle every fucking time. Like we don't play.
I've never been bowling in a long time, to be fair. But let's get back to this hyrox thing. Hyrox, not hydrox. So where were we? We're functional. Each race is hosted indoors in expansive exhibition halls. Um, that's quite a strange thing as well. That's an indoor race. It must be quite a bit.
Just had one. They had one at the weekend at the Manchester Central. That's where I competed in the
What in a hyrox?
the British fucking finals. Fucking hell, no, bodybuilding, not fucking high rocks bullshit.
So it's hosted indoors, creating an immersive and electrifying race where your spectators can support you from the very beginning to the very end. This race format remains consistent across the globe, enabling global leaderboards and accumulative world championships at the end of every race season, accommodating both professional athletes and everyday fitness enthusiasts looking to take their training to the next level. High Rocks is a sport for everybody.
It's not though, is it?
I wonder how much it costs to enter one. Then we'll find out if it's for everyone.
Let's see.
Let's see. Where's my closest race? Oh, they are all over the world, to be fair. Right. United Kingdom. City.
Yeah.
There's got to be one in Scotland, surely.
I
What we got? The other Glasgow there, Hyrox Glasgow, register now. 2nd of March. I might do it.
do it for the crack.
I'm actually away that weekend. Race information. Let's see how much it is. Come on. Tell us how much it costs.
Yeah,
I bet you
I-
they do t-shirts though, eh?
There you go. No, support the brand. You need to register. I'll tell you, buy a ticket. What's that?
I completed a Hyrox. That's what it'll say on the t-shirt.
Is it?
That's a photo package, so they sell you photos at 32 quid. That's just spectators.
Is it? You need to go back and say register. That's just a spectator fucking shit thing.
What the
Isn't
fuck have I done?
it? Did it say register? Say register.
If you're watching this on YouTube, then you can see this. But if you're listening on Spotify, you can't actually see what I'm doing. But I am on the website. Why is it not like me click register?
Oh, it's got a waiting list. It says register waiting list. You can't fucking do it.
Where
Yet.
does it say? Oh, right, okay.
It's not gonna. They won't have a price on it.
They use Google Form as well.
Don't do that. You'll be getting messages off them. You don't want that.
I wonder how much it costs though. Like you could probably Google it.
Yeah, Google it. How much does Hyrox crop that?
Much does Hyrox cost? £52 for an entry fee. That's not bad, to be fair.
Yeah, fundraising pledge of £400 per person.
London, £79.
And a minimum fundraising pledge of £400 per person.
That's something to do with Macmillan, to be fair. Maybe we're on the wrong thing. I'm not actually sure.
£10 to £89.
A slightly over £100 mark to enter, it says here. I bet it's probably about 100 quid, to be fair.
It's mad.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad, to be fair, but
yeah. I'm saying this, then I paid fucking £400 to do that fucking British final in the bodybuilding.
But that's not claiming to be the sport for everyone, to be fair.
Yeah, that's too.
Although they've got a class for everyone, which is a very different thing.
Yeah.
No matter who you are, it doesn't matter. We've got a wellness class for you, or we've got a, I don't know, a skinny class for you, bikini class for you.
There was so many fucking classes at that thing though in the British finals.
I mean, you don't have to change or improve your physique. You just find the right class. That's all you got to do.
Crazy, that isn't it? Fucking crazy.
It is, but yeah, Hyrox is definitely it's definitely a phase in the industry right now. I don't know how long it's been about, but I've noticed it the last 6 months for sure. Every cunt and his dog seems to be doing a Hyrox.
Mad.
That I take it it's just the same down by you though. Like there's a lot of people kind of in this area.
That's like I said, there was at Manchester at the weekend, and then a lot of people from the gym started doing it. So
there's like little cults within the fitness industry. There's like us. There definitely is like a little RTS cult like that we are kind of a part of. And it's fine. Like I can identify my own cult. But
it's not like I slag it off and I slag CrossFit off, but I don't fucking hate it or anything like that. It's just it is what it is at the end of the day, and it's the sport. It is literally a sport. It's not fucking. It's not a exercise. It's a sport because you're trying to achieve something. It's performance based.
Yeah, it's performance based to be fair. Yeah, like CrossFit as well. Like when you talk about CrossFit, like a lot of people hate on CrossFit, and again, it's like you say, it's a sport. It is so much it's performance based, like you say, but. Like I think just what we've seen of it, and the reason it probably gets a lot of hate from people within like PTs and things like that is just like the injury risk that comes with it. It's like it's not for everyone. It definitely isn't for everyone. That client I was talking about earlier, I had to adapt the fucking lat pull down for. It's not for her. The CrossFit is not fucking for her. So you've just got to Yeah, I suppose take it for what it is. It's like bodybuilding's not for everyone either. It's a fucking extreme sport too. So yeah, it's
What
definitely not for everyone.
I call bodybuilding a sport. People are fucking have a go at me for saying bodybuilding is not a sport, but is it performance based?
Mm. I think there's I'm realizing my microphone's fucking miles away. Hopefully you can hear me. I think it's a balance between a sport and art some sort. Because
Some
there's that performance element to it to some degree.
posing,
Yeah.
yeah, you got to
But
be.
like to say it's not a sport, there's like so much work goes into it. Like there's probably more work goes into it than fucking any other sport on the planet, to be honest.
You are, no, you are an athlete at the end of the day if
Yeah.
you are bodybuilding, somewhat.
It's
But
24 hours a day, isn't it? It's like you go to bed early because of bodybuilding. You fucking eat what you eat every day because of bodybuilding. You're hungry all day because of bodybuilding. You fucking every decision you make is like you've said in the podcast before. It's like, oh, well, that didn't help me build muscle, so I'm not doing it.
exactly,
That
that's it.
so to kind of not give it that recognition would be unfair, I would say. Um, but yeah, it's a weird one. It does fall into a weird category. But then I suppose darts is a fucking sport, so
That's very performance based though.
yeah, it is. But
But
it's not.
you could be a fat cunt and then drink beer every day and throw things at a board, and then it's a sport at the end of at the end
Well,
of the
that's
day.
it. Well, maybe every decision they make is to do with darts. Maybe it's to do with like, okay, how can I get fatter for this? How can I drink more pints? Like, how can I get up to 11 pints a night?
Increased
Maybe
blood pressure helps.
they're absolutely killing it in the pub every night. Like, we just don't see that. That's the work that goes on behind closed doors.
Go home, kebab shop, have a fucking doner, and then
To
that's it. Repeat it every
be
week.
fair, if you wanted to do that, it would feel fucking horrible. So it would be hard.
Oh, you'd feel like shit, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd feel fucking terrible. What other like kind of like phases have we got in the fitness industry right now?
Um,
PT swearing on videos and thinking it's like funny, trying to like make funny comments within it.
what's that?
Like PTs that oh not PTs like coaches, like do you not feel like every second coach right now is trying to make a video where they make some sort of like funny joke and they swear and like but they don't do it naturally. Like I swear in mine and I put unfunny jokes in mine, but I feel like I just come across as me, like if you're speaking to me.
Yeah,
Whereas
I'm the same way. Where it looks awkward, isn't like when they say it and it doesn't seem natural.
yeah, yeah, like I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example. It'd be a very poor example, but you know, there's a lot of them out there making a lot of them making jokes, and it's like the thing in the industry right now where oh, if I go on here and I say something outrageous and I swear and I compare it to your mum's I don't know something, it'll like that'll get a lot of likes and like yeah, just it looks so unnatural, doesn't it?
Mm. It's that. It's yeah. I reckon some people can do it dead well, and it looks
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, it just when it looks unnatural.
I think yeah, I think with that stuff, it's just like I think everyone should just be themselves, and that's
Exactly.
the way to do it. But
That's the best thing. Social media, and that's what we made.
the thing is, someone blows up, like say for example, James Tilsley blows up, right? And you've blown up because you swore in a video and it was funny and everyone laughed at it. Then everyone's like, oh, well, I better do that. That's how to blow up. You know what I hate, and you've done it before. I'm gonna call you out here, James. It's those videos that people put up and they're just like, want to know how to build more muscle. Read the caption. I'm like,
Oh
fuck off.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna fucking do loads of those. I fucking love those because they get about. I got about how many fucking views do they get on one of those reels? They get the most views.
Really?
I get the most followers off them as well. That's why I keep doing them because I tested it. I thought, I'm going to try it out, and you got to listen to social media. So they average a lot more. The last one I did 2,000, which wasn't the best, and then the best one after that was there you go, fucking nearly 8,000 on it.
I hate them. I absolutely hate them. I don't care how well they do. I'm not going to do it.
They all average literally over 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Fucking hell, there's loads. Wait, well,
In my opinion, what it looks like is just lazy content creation. It's just like I can't be fucked or I've not got any time. I'm just going to throw one up and say read the caption. And
that's what I'm gonna do later.
and then I feel like no one will read the caption as well because I don't know how often people actually read the fucking caption anyway. But that's just my opinion. I'm not saying you're wrong by any means. If you're getting fucking 8,000 views, it's probably more than I'm getting on most videos. So I'll shut my fucking mouth.
It's a fine one where it did because it got fucking.
You're not proving your point here. I need to try and find one that done
Yeah,
well.
8,000 views. There we go, and that was good. Oh, there we go. No, 33K.
33K.
33K. Yeah, that's that got they literally, here's why your chest isn't growing.
Read the
And it
caption.
was. Yeah, yeah.
And
Here's
then the
why.
caption it says, "Head over to my website and read my blog."
That's it. Literally, fucking 33K views, and it got 362 likes.
I spent 2 hours making a reel yesterday.
That spent a minute, and
Who's right and who's wrong? I don't know.
no, there's a balance. There's a mix between them both because you need to provide the content. It doesn't matter how many fucking likes or views it get. Well, it does depend on the views because obviously it's getting out there to more people. But that content, the valuable content, you could be getting more people in with that in terms of they want to sign up with you. So that's the stuff that sells to people, and they want to be part of your team, and you're providing the value. That stuff just gets more people to view it, so it's getting pushed to more people because they view it fast.
It's amazing that got to many. Like, I would expect that to flop. I'm not gonna lie. That's what I would have thought looking at that. I'd be like, no one's gonna read it. No one's gonna. Saying that though, right? Maybe what you've done is you've done that thing where because the way the algorithms work, like the longer someone spends in your video, the better. So you've done that thing where it's like, want to know how to grow your chest, and they're like holding it. They're like, yeah, I want to know how to grow my chest, and then it's like read the caption. They're like, oh, but then they've watched the whole video anyway. So like technically, you're getting full.
Yeah, that's it, and it gets shown to more people. And I thought, oh, and then some of them, half of them, start going down to the captions, reading it. So that's how it works. So there's a guy who I literally started following.
You should just write something absurd in the comment in the captions, see if anyone reads it.
I imagine, yeah. And say, if you're reading this, you're a cunt.
I bet you could do that on most posts and no one would read it. I could do that on a lot of my posts and no one would read it.
This guy gets so many fucking like literally that's what it says in his post. It's just shit like that. So he's doing something normal, like
Yeah, what is he even doing?
Opening a package. Or mad that, isn't it?
I might do that. You know what? Bit of an entrepreneur now,
like
got multiple businesses, so you know, kinda the wolf of Octorada High Street. Two failing businesses.
No, doing all right.
Yeah, the factory is doing all right. The factory. I like him, like with the gym, like the lack of imagination I had with the name. It's just like Physique Factory Gym.
Oh, fair enough. It's easy though. It's easy.
It works. It means not buying a new logo, getting a new logo designed or anything. No real change in marketing. It's just like fucking just
get out there, grow the brand.
Yeah, just grow the yellow. We'll be fucking. Even look at this. We've got Nike now. We're serious. Like no more Under Armour. This cost me fucking 40 quid for a plain Nike jumper. And I'm pretty sure it's the same one they give out in the jail.
Waiting for Nike at the end of the day.
Yeah. So we've talked about PTs and their what you call, well, I brought up the coaches and their kind of fads, but what else have you seen in the industry, James? That's you've about to have seen quite a few. You've been in the fitness industry a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, there's just phases. Everything comes and goes, doesn't it? It depends what lasts. It's like, to be fair, CrossFit's stuck around for a while, but it's dropping off a little bit now. But bodybuilding's always been there. That's never going to go anywhere.
I wouldn't say that's a phase as much.
Yeah, bodybuilding, that's where fitness came from. So that's what I'm going to say anyway. Literally, that's where it all came from originally, wasn't it?
I suppose so. Yeah, I don't know. I don't actually know the history of our industry that well. I'm not going to lie.
Literally, anything lifting weights wise, it's 100% coming from bodybuilding.
That's the thing. Like again, the fitness industry as well. There's no real like you can't go to the fitness industry museum. Not that I know of, anyway.
Let's make one.
Yeah, maybe we should. The Physique Factory Museum. That's what we'll call it. Lack of imagination.
So don't just keep calling it that. But yeah, I'm trying to think about the phases that's been going through. Boot camps and shit like that.
Yeah, again, I don't think they'll ever die out though. I don't feel like that's a phase. I feel like that's something that's unfortunately here to stay. But again, it's a form of exercise. That's what I'll say, and it's better than doing nothing.
Yeah, it is better than doing nothing. Then you've got fucking boxing classes.
I couldn't think of anything worse than having to host like a boot camp sort of thing. People have asked me to do these sort of things in the past, and I'm like, nah.
I've done it before when I first started. I thought, I know, I'll do a boot camp because I'm qualified in it. I got the qualification at college. I thought, I'll do that. It's fucking shit. Absolutely.
Find your thing and roll with it though, don't you, as well? Like you've got to find your thing, really understand what your thing is, and roll with it.
Exactly. To be fair, I went into the college talking, well, back to the college where I did my PT course. And then when I did it a couple of years ago now, talking, and I started saying about bullshit in the actual fitness industry. And then they've not invited me back since. So,
I think you know, you can't go wrong with knowing about muscles and joints, no matter what you're doing. As
oh, yeah,
long,
that's the fucking foundation for everything. It's
yeah,
like, get these cunts, and then you're right. Hi.
if you understand how all that stuff works, that's the basis for what you're doing, isn't it? Whether you're doing a fucking boot camp, whether you're doing a boxing class, whether you're doing just like one-on-one PTs in the gym with weights or machines, or whether you're doing a fucking high rocks. I keep wanting to call it high rocks, or whether you're doing fucking yoga, whatever it is, as long as you understand the tools you're working with, because that's someone's body, remember. You don't want to fuck that up. You don't want to fuck up someone's joints, especially if they're already slightly fucked up, which many of them are. No offense, everyone. But mine too, including me. Like, I've got a fucking osteophyte, like, right. Is that on that side? Maybe it's on this side. Try to remember. I feel like it's disappeared. Nah, it must be the other side. Yeah, I was right the first time. There we go. Right there. But yeah, like, people's bodies are already fucked most of the time anyway. So you not understanding joints and muscles probably not going to help.
Exactly.
But again, like, they don't teach it well enough. That's what it all goes back to. It doesn't get taught well enough in the first place, and perhaps it should be. Well, definitely it should be.
It's just too vague, but it is deep, isn't it? To what to learn. There's so much in a PT course. In a PT course, there's so much to like.
Yeah, but like there surely could be some sort of basic understanding they could at least explain. Like, just the basics of how not to fuck this shit up. Let's just see. I seen that what you call 'em, Paul and what you call 'em, James PT project had some sort of thing with Pure Gym. That might be very positive.
Oh yeah, that's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I'm actually just waiting to read it because I can't remember what it fucking was.
Yeah, they're doing some sort of partnership with them, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean that might be a very positive thing because Pure Gym are quite a big player in the industry, aren't they?
Yeah, that'd be good to get.
What are they actually going to do? Yeah, it's some sort of partnership. It's not really that clear. I've never actually read it that well yet. But yeah, that can only be a positive thing. That's going to help. And those guys, I've said it before in here, they're very good at like keeping it simple and breaking it down. Although they can definitely not keep it simple too. But like
Oh yeah, they're smart as fuck, aren't they?
yeah, but like when we went to that like beginners course thing that they'd done,
Very
that
simple.
yeah, it was good. It was easy to understand.
But yeah, the best thing why we went there was to see how they taught it and the way that they taught it, which was really, really good.
It's
It's
always good just to get a refresher as well, isn't it, for these things?
yeah, that was
Yeah.
good.
You got anything else you want to slag off before we go off here?
That's it, really. I don't think there's much more. We can keep it a short one if you want.
I feel like there should be something else we could slag off. Hmm. We'll maybe leave it for next time.
Yeah, we'll think about something.
Yeah, if we just keep on today to slag off hyrox, apparently.
That's it. You can call it hyrox. That's it. Fuck hyrox. That's what's
I
the
think yeah, today I've learned it's hyrox, not hydrox, so that's a bonus.
ones when you're okay.
Right, cool. We'll leave it at that, guys. But thanks for listening to our short rant, and we'll hear from you soon, or you'll hear from us soon.